What's good, y'all? And welcome to my review for this week's episode for the Persona 5 the animation. Once again, guys, apologies for the delay of this review. Like I said, I mentioned this in my SAO review, and as well as I said, I talked about this on Twitter. So yeah, once again, guys, apologies for the delay. But hey, let's go. But before I begin, I gotta say something like this: the art in this episode looked really off. Like, now I wouldn't go so far as saying like Dragon Ball Super like episode 4, but no. The art animation is not that bad where you're like, Jesus Christ, how the fuck did Toei even pass? So yeah, even Greenlight that says like, yeah, that's okay, put that show on TV. We'll deal with the fanboys later for the Blu-rays or something. I wouldn't go that far to say it was that bad. It was just the art. The animation overall was pretty good. But it did look off a couple points, throughout the episode. But at least that's from me. Anyway, so let us begin. So we start the episode off with we have another one of the side confidants that we met on the game. Her name is Ichiko. It's not Ichiko. It's not Ichigo. Ichiko. I think it's Ichiko. If I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Anyway, she's pretty much this reporter. She's trying to look it up into the case and like his Madarame she right now. If I gotta say, guys, out of all the confidants in the game, the main guys as well as side guys, I think she's probably like the worst out of the crew. Now, her isn't like terrible from what I saw of it when I saw it in the game. I'm not gonna go so far and say, oh yeah, this confidant was fucking her. It's like, it's more or less, I didn't personally care for Kara. Like, if there's one confidant I don't want this anime wasting any time on, it's her. I mean, she's fine, but like her character isn't really that developed well, and I never really even gave a shit about her. That's just my personal opinion, of course. But yeah, if there's one side confidant that I don't want this anime focusing at all, like wasting any free time that could be better spent on some of the other characters' confidences that are much more interesting, it's definitely her. And so, then she gives Kira and Ryuji her card, and she takes her leave. And then we get back to the Yusuke's house, where we see that he is, of course, getting ready to start painting on nude. Yeah, boy. And then once Yusuke gets his his canvas up, well, that's already wet on wet. Already ready, prepared, and beginning to paint. We see, she has 20 layers of clothing on. How come you always remember those strip challenges for FIFA for what was it, 17? Where you score a goal and then the woman strips, Yeah, I know. I follow KSI guys, so I know about this shit. And, I remember KSI did video. The girl she actually wore a couple extra layers of clothing just to make it that much harder for us to see the goods. Anyway, so she starts undressing, and then actually before that we see the crew parents just notice working their way through Madarame's palace, trying to look for anything leading them to the treasure. They don't really lead anywhere besides this closed off area with laser beams and a locked door. So they end up thinking if we do this, if we fix it, instead we unlock the same door in Madarame's shack in the real world, it'll probably affect his economy of world, his palace. What was that? What game was that? Where someone, what was it? Link to the Past did something similar to that with time travel. No. Spider-Man: Edge of Time. That's the game I'm thinking about. Spider-Man, maybe Link to the Past. I'm not sure, but I definitely know Spider-Man: Edge of Time did that exact same thing. So then they decide to do that. So of course, Ann is with the extra clothes, she starts undressing, getting all clothes while Morgana works his way out the door and starts lockpicking it, and. After it went, then she starts undressing more and more, and we see Yusuke he starts blushing as more clothes just fly in his direction, and then we see his bra, he's like, oh my god, and then he's like, Takamaki-san, can I look up? It turns around, and she's gone. She's like, yo, Morgana, hurry up with that lock, I bought you some time, open it. And then we hear that actually Madarame, because Yusuke also mentioned that Madarame is on his way home. So gives us that little extra bit of suspense. So then after when Ann is telling Morgana to hurry up, we see that Madarame has entered the building, And he's in there, and that's when Morgana manages to open the door, and then takes one of her straps off on her tank top, trying to buy Morgana a little extra time. And that's when I see Bob Robinson. He's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, puts the strap back up. Yusuke's like, "Oh, Sensei, it's not what it looks like." Of course, that classic phrase. And then when Morgana gets inside, Odd takes Yusuke's hand and gets him into the room as well. And then we get back to Madarame's house, which actually Akira and Ryuji are there, pretty much just wait out the door. The security system, the laser beams are off, and they walk in, and the door opens, so they walk inside to find a bunch of paintings. They go inside one of the paintings, and then we get back to An, where she turns on the light in the secret room, where it's a bunch of copies of the Sayuri. Now Yusuke's like, "What? Why are there so many copies of the Sayuri? Was it stolen? How is this possible?" And then Madarame starts trying to covers his ass, and he's like, "Oh, they're replicas. I've been in a slump for so long, Yusuke. So I go back to my roots and just copy replicas of the Sayuri." And then Morgana's like, and then takes off this curtain or whatever off of one of these paintings, which is the OG original Sayuri. And Yusuke's like, "What?" And Madarame's like, "Oh, that's a replica." And he's like, "No, I can tell. This is the real thing. This is the real Sayuri." And he's like, "Don't! I've already called my security. I've already called my private security. It's gonna be ready." So and he's like, "Yusuke, if you don't keep your mouth shut, I'm gonna report your ass is going to the police too." And so they run out. Morgana jumps on top of Madarame to buy on some time to escape. She uses the metaverse app to get inside along with Yusuke, which Yusuke actually, when they enter, Yusuke's actually holding their bridal side, lands on his feet all stylish and badass and of course Yusuke's like, "Where are we?" And he's like, and Ryuji's like, "We're inside Madarame's heart. Welcome to hell, asshole." He actually, of course, just paraphrasing, joking around a little bit. Anyway, and he's like, "No, this can't be Madarame's heart. No. He's still in denial about this whole situation. Then we see the Shadow Madarame come out, who of course wearing the same attire. He pretty much tells Yusuke that, the Sayuris, those replicas, I sell them. I sell them to private art collectors, and they pay a heavy price for these lucrative items because of how rare they are because of the Sayuri is. At some point, which it was never actually stolen. It was a rumor spread by Madarame to boost up the price of the Sayuri so he could make more of that moolah." And Ryuji's like, "All I hear is money, 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 money." And so we have a fight where everyone's where Akira got out his guns, he's firing at all these these soldiers, everyone else is helping out. Yusuke just dodges and then he gets captured, and that's when Madarame tells Yusuke that he never when he adopted Yusuke, it wasn't out of the kindness heart, it was just to use him pretty much as livestock, essentially, just use him and the rest of his people just there so he can make more money because of the potential they have as artists. Not because he's actually a good person, but because he just wants that money! Money, money, money! And of course, then of course Yusuke awakens his persona, takes out all the guys with minimal effort, just and then once he closes the sword, see all the enemies disappear. It's awesome. I love it when movies do that kind of thing. And so, and then he goes, and he's about to take down Madarame, but he drops to a knee, and then Madarame uses time to escape. Akira gives him a helping hand, and they pretty much get out of there to where they discuss what to do next. And so then we go to the bar that we were then we go to the bar where we hear what Yusuke's backstory is from his perspective, where he says that I never knew my dad, and that my mom apparently died when I was 3 years old, and that Madarame actually helped her out when she was alive. So there's that little aspect to that, and so then of course Madarame took over for her and raised Yusuke. Then then everyone cheers, welcomes Yusuke to the team, and then when we're done with Yusuke to the team, they disguise, what should be Yusuke's code. They try out with different names, different types of foxes, but they end up just leading on just fox. Yusuke's like, yeah, whatever. So they're all in agreement, and that's what his code name is. And so that's where the episode ends. We also do get another post-credits scene with the pyramid, fine with the treasures, and they're saying, alright, now it's time for us to send out the calling card. So overall, really damn good. The art did look off throughout a lot of the episode. So, I don't know, maybe, now it's not that major. This is going to be easily fixed in the Blu-rays. But yeah, the art did look off a little off in places, but it's nothing like Dragon Ball Super bad. Like, it ain't that bad. A1 gives a little bit more of a shit than Toei does most of the time. So overall, I give this episode no much for the art. I'm going to give it an 8.5. That's really just because the art was so back. I know I said it wasn't that big of a deal, but I'm feeling like, I shouldn't have to, I shouldn't be like this. Yeah, okay, whatever. I feel like I should be like a little bit more hard on that kind of thing. So really, it's an 8.5. The art was a little better, would of course been the usual 9 out of 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, follow, share, and Twitter if links down below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.